that your emotional detachment doesn't allow people to manipulate you. They can't use your emotions against you. And I don't know why this message is coming in, but someone thought that because you were a Pisces, they would be able to manipulate your emotions or use your own emotions against you. It's like they had this preconceived notion about you that you would be caring, compassionate, sweet, soft, kind. But someone got it all wrong, is what I just heard. They can't use your emotions against you. It's almost like you have this bubble of protective energy around you that doesn't allow people to penetrate your energy. So I don't know why that message is coming in, but your emotional detachment is preventing any kind of manipulation. People can't manipulate you, is what I just heard. You are also a human lie detector. You pick up on the energy behind people's words. You don't just pay attention to what they're saying. You don't just pay attention to actions because you realize that people can fake it. People can love bomb. It's like you read the energy, the underlying energy behind their words. And you may not even realize that you're doing this. Okay, I heard psychic. Holy Spirit, what are your messages for Pisces? And what does Pisces need to know at this time? What does Pisces need to know at this time? I just heard, how did you know that? Okay, so someone feels like you read their mind or you said what they were about to say. How did you know that? Yeah. Someone feels like you're a mind reader or you're psychic or something because you pick up on the energy. It's like they didn't tell anybody, so how would you know? But you do know, is what I'm getting here. What are your messages for Pisces, Holy Spirit? Wow. Okay, so the very first card is Break the Soul Contract. And what I'm getting here is a little bit different. I'm getting someone can't break their soul contract to you. You may have already moved on. You may have been the first to walk away. This person didn't think that you would walk away, but you did. And this message I'm getting reversed. Someone doesn't know how to break the soul contract. Someone doesn't know how to stop thinking about you or how to detach is what I just heard. Because to them, they feel like it was very easy for you to walk away or to detach. That's just their perspective. But they're struggling to break a soul contract or they don't know how to go about this. It's something to do with their karma and their consciousness. This person knows that they did something and it's coming up for them. Someone doesn't know how to cut the cord. They feel like it was very easy for you to move on or very easy for you to walk away, at least from their perspective. That may not necessarily be your side of the story, but they see it as you were detached or you walked away very easily. You deserve softness even from yourself. Tell me more. Your messages for Pisces. Wake up, you are drifting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to clarify before I say anything because what I'm getting from this card here is that someone's perception of you is that you never cared or that you were cold or detached or that it was very easy for you to cut them off or walk away. That's just their perspective. And Spirit is saying, Pisces, you deserve softness. So if this person wasn't a safe place, if this person wasn't someone that you could trust, Spirit is saying, give that to yourself. Okay, you deserve softness even from yourself. Holy Spirit, clarify break the soul contract. What does Pisces need to know about break the soul contract? What is this about? Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, whoever this person is, they feel a sense of home or comfort in your energy. There's a feeling here of familiarity, and they don't know how to let that go. This person finds comfort in your energy. I don't know who this is to you, but the Nine of Wands followed by the Two of Wands is showing defensiveness. When it comes to this person, your walls are up. You're not allowing them in, and there's a very guarded, stiff energy is what I'm getting from this card, the Nine of Wands. Queen of Swords in the upright, you've seen a lot, you've learned a lot, and you can spot red flags from miles away. You are able to put your emotions aside. As you can see here, this is a cup with water. This represents emotions, and she's locked the cup. So she's on top of the cup, representing the mind, the logic. She is using the information she has, the facts, instead of feelings and hopes and dreams. So with the Queen of Swords in the upright, you've seen too much and you've learned a lot. And whatever this person, I don't know what this is because this feels one sided. It feels like they're trying to now break the soul contract because they feel like you don't care. And the Queen of Swords, again, your back is against this person. This Two of Wands person is looking your way, but your back is against them. So I'm getting here that you have moved on. So I don't know why this energy is coming up. Why is this energy here, Holy Spirit? Clarify the Queen of Swords. Because both of these cards are guarded. Nine of Wands is guarded and defensive. Queen of Swords is also a very logical energy. It's fair, it's just, but there is no emotion. Okay, is what I'm getting here. Six of Wands. You are focused on the victory. You are focused on winning and moving forward. Some of you may have felt that this person was slowing you down or was some kind of an anchor to you. Not an anchor where they ground you, an anchor more so where they hold you back or they want you to stay small so that they're comfortable. Okay, because the Two of Wands talks about a comfort zone. So this person feels a sense of home or a sense of belonging or familiarity in your energy. But they feel like that energy is not being returned because Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords is defensive. Why is the Queen of Swords here, Holy Spirit? What do you want Pisces to know? Clarify the Queen of Swords for Pisces. The Chariot. You have places to be, you have people to meet, and there's a lot of forward movement in your energy. Some of you Pisces, there's a lot going on in your life at the same time, and things are moving very, very quickly. So you don't have time to look at the past. It's like you're very guarded when it comes to old lessons or karmic situations or people from the past because you're not trying to go backwards. Six of Wands, you're focused on the wins, you're focused on the victory. This person feels attached to you, is what I'm getting here. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify this Two of Wands energy. What do you want Pisces to know? Seven of Cups. This person doesn't really understand themselves. They don't even know how to feel or what to feel. There's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of feelings, there's a lot of confusion here. Two of Wands, Seven of Cups is their energy. Queen of Swords, the Chariot is yours. So it's like you already know what you want and you already know where you're headed. While this person is confused, it's like they're all over the place. This person is in a passive situation, whereas you're actively moving forward. So I don't know who this is to you, but you may feel this person in your energy. They may have tried to reconnect or reconcile something. But I'm getting for you, Pisces, it is important to keep moving forward. You deserve softness even from yourself. If this is not a person that you can rely on, if this is not a person that you can trust, it's not someone that's meant to come with you. And that's something you already know because the Queen of Swords is able to put her emotions aside. So if there's history, if there's memories, if there was feelings or emotions, she's able to look past that. This is why she has the sword in hand. She's able to use that sword to cut people off when she sees red flags. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to know about this Two of Wands energy? What does Pisces need to know? The Tower in the reverse. This is someone who's trying to prevent something from falling apart. But I'm getting it already fell apart. You already moved on, but they stayed in the same place trying to hold this tower together. Yeah, something here already changed, but this person, it's like they can't admit it. They don't want to let the tower fall because the tower in the upright is a tower moment. It's a realization, it's a shock. It can talk about a shakeup or destruction of a foundation that was not of integrity, like a house of cards. But in the reverse, they were trying to prevent this tower from falling apart. I heard in denial, okay, this person was avoiding the fact that you had already moved on. They didn't think that you would walk away, is what I'm getting here. Queen of Swords, they didn't think that you were able to put your emotions aside. Okay, it goes back to the initial message. Your emotional detachment doesn't allow people to run game. It doesn't allow them to manipulate you. They thought that they had a hold over your emotions. They thought that they had more say in your life. But it's like you made a head over heart decision to move forward. With the Chariot, you moving forward, you're no longer there. This tower has already fell apart. It's almost like they're holding on to the memory or to the illusion of how things used to be. Again, the Seven of Cups is a very confusing energy. It's all over the place. There's a lot of feelings and emotions, and the tower in the reverse. This person was trying to prevent a change, a shakeup, or a tower from falling apart. Yeah, you're gone is what I just heard. They didn't think that you would walk away. Tell me more. Life becoming still, refusing to change, fear of the unknown, avoiding a disaster, a denial. The tower energy marks a period to reevaluate, redirect, reestablish, and realign. It's magic in the disguise of unpredictability. The brightest of lights will pierce through the change that you're experiencing, and you will find your beautiful truth and blazing potential in the darkness of the tower. The affirmation is, in chaos, I move towards the brightest light. It's almost like they were trying to keep an illusion alive of how they thought things used to be or how they thought that things should be. They didn't think that you would walk away, okay? The Chariot, you didn't just walk, you ran. They were not expecting that. This person thought that your heart or your emotions took priority over your logic and the information and the facts that you already know. Okay, again, Queen of Swords, yes, she has feelings, yes, she has emotions, but she can lock them away. But not in an avoidant way, but in order to think clearly and make good decisions because she can spot red flags from miles away. When you're in the situation, when you're in the eye of the storm, you can't see from the outside in. But when you have the Queen of Swords perspective, you can. This person didn't know that you had a bird's eye view of the entire situation, that you were able to detach from your emotions because they don't feel like they can do that. Seven of Cups. There's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of confusing emotions, a lot of games. I'm hearing the word confusion. This person is confused, but the tower in the reverse, the tower already fell. It's almost like they're trying to hold this tower together, this illusion, this memory, but the tower already fell. This is why it's in the reverse. They're in some kind of denial or avoidance. Holy Spirit, give me a few more messages. What do you want Pisces to know about this person? What do you want Pisces to know about this person? I heard they can't control you. They thought that they could influence your emotions, but they're realizing they can't. Spirit, what are your messages for Pisces in regards to the situation? Wisdom. Okay, so yes, that's Queen of Swords energy. Because knowledge is one thing. You can have the information, you can have the knowledge, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you understand it or that you take action on it. When you apply that knowledge, that's when it becomes maturity. Because you don't just know things, you also use and apply that knowledge and it becomes wisdom. I'm getting Athena's energy. You're strategic and you have a clear mind. You're very good with your mind. You have a lot of mental energy. Some of you may have strong Aquarius placements or a strong air placement in your chart. Pisces is a 12th sign on the zodiac wheel, so you already have all the other 12 zodiac signs within you. You have all the embodiments, but I'm getting here, you are really tapping into wisdom. Not just feelings, not just emotions, not just what you see surface level, but what's behind it. You're the kind of person that sees into the future. You have some kind of foresight. You have some kind of insight because of your past experiences. You've been there, done that, okay? You have wisdom. I heard it's not worth it. Whatever the situation is not worth it. This is why you have your boundaries up. This is why your walls are up with this person. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to know about the situation? What are your messages for Pisces in regards to this reading? Okay, they love your voice. Attractive. Boss. 1111 and WTF. Okay, so yes, it goes back to the tower. This person is going through a tower moment because they didn't think that you would walk away. They're starting to doubt all the assumptions they had about you. This is why they're emotionally confused. This person had categorized you incorrectly, and now they're 2020 on the clock. Now they're confused. They don't understand why they feel like the rug was pulled from underneath their feet. They didn't expect you to walk away. It's almost like they were planning to play these games to pull you in closer, to get you to chase or to draw you in. But they didn't realize that whatever kind of assumption they had, it's like they deceived themselves with the snake. Okay, the Tower in the reverse. Yeah, WTF, this person is in shock. They didn't think that you would walk away, is what I keep hearing. Okay, break the soul contract. Because you were the one to walk away, this person feels like you had the last laugh or you had the final say, and they're not able to let this go. It's affecting their ego. Okay, so yes, they love your voice, they find you attractive. 1111, they know that you are in divine alignment. Six of Wands energy, you have your eye on the prize and you're moving forward without them. With boss energy, I'm getting masculine energy coming in. I don't know why spirit is showing me this dynamic, but you can flip the roles or the energies however this resonates. Because it's almost like I'm being shown someone here, Queen of Swords energy, Six of Wands, is showing up as your energy. Someone that is in charge, someone that already knows what they want and why they want it. It's like you have a very clear mind about your objectives and where it is that you're headed. Whereas this person has some kind of confusion about who they are, how they're feeling. So the message coming in is that you may have thought that this person would be more dominant in their masculine energy or more dominant in their feminine, but I'm getting that it was actually reversed. It was actually flipped because boss energy is showing up as masculine. I'm getting distorted feminine energy because this person is going through some kind of highs and lows when it comes to their feelings and their emotions. They're all over the place. Because this person saw you as in control or in charge, it's almost like they wanted you to do their work. They wanted you to help them figure themselves out or do the emotional labor because they saw you as someone who was strong and capable. So they were counting on you to hold things together. Yeah, the Chariot, you have places to be, you have people to meet, and there's this energy here of forward movement. Things in your life are moving very quickly, whereas with this person, things are very slow. Things feel very emotionally heavy or weighed down. Okay, there's a lot of fog, a lot of confusion, a lot of things up in the air, whereas you have a sense of direction. So we have 7 7. This is the Chariot, card number 7, major arcana. This is the 7 of Cups. Almost like they expected you to do more or carry the load because they see you as a boss and they see you as someone who's wise. Clarify the 7 of Cups, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to know about the 7 of Cups energy? What does Pisces need to know about the 7 of Cups energy? The Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay, 444 on the clock. I'm hearing the word heartbroken. Okay, there's some kind of unmet expectation this person has. 2525 on the clock. Yeah, this person doesn't know what happened. Again, the energy that I'm getting from this card is they feel like the rug was pulled from underneath their feet because they expected you to show up in a specific way or play a specific role in their life. You never signed up for that. Okay, so whatever expectation this person placed on you, you didn't sign up for that. It's like they had this expectation that you would do the work or that you would help them figure themselves out. But the Three of Swords in the reverse, there's some kind of heartbreak or disappointment stemming from you walking away. They didn't think that you would walk away. They were trying to play on your emotions, or they were trying to string you along or extend the time that they had with you. But you've seen this as a red flag and you cut it off. This is why you have the sword in hand. Three of Swords in the reverse, not accepting loss, a need to heal, being stuck in grief or sadness, not seeing the part you played in a loss or a heartbreak. Heartbroken, she falls to her knees and screams to the universe for a second chance. Separation can come in many forms, from the loss of a relationship or identity to the disintegration of a belief, purpose, or goals. Separation from what we thought we had can mark painful moments in our lives. If you find yourself amidst wavering realities and losing something that feels near and dear to your heart, know that this too shall pass. This severing, although painful, is a necessary part of the process. Despite all proof of the contrary, your brightly lit future will arrive because of this experience. Tie yourself to your light and prepare to spend some time nurturing your tender spirit. These shadowy times are always opportunities to become stronger and more resilient. So give yourself time to heal and know that you will love, thrive, and find inspiration again soon. The affirmation is, my heart remains tender and open. Yeah, it's like you closed the door here permanently. They thought that they could talk their way out of this, or that they could convince you of something by creating illusions or by creating confusion. With the snake here, I'm getting deceptive intentions. Okay, there was something they didn't want you to see, something they didn't want you to know, and this is why they were creating a lot of confusion. With the snake here, this represents deception. Yeah, Queen of Swords represents truth. Three of Swords represents heartbreak, disappointment, and pain. And you have wisdom. You've already crossed through the Three of Swords. You've already crossed through the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords. To get to this position, you've had to go through the Swords journey. So I'm getting that you've been here before. You've done this before. It's not your first rodeo. And for some reason, this person expected you to carry the load. Because they saw you as capable and strong, they expected you to do more. What does Pisces need to know about the Seven of Cups energy? Six of Swords in the reverse. Difficulties moving on, difficulties letting go, a resistance to change. Difficulties accepting help, resistance to change, arduous transitions, carrying baggage and weight from the past. There's something here that this person hasn't let go. I don't know if it's a certain expectation they had of you, a certain image they had, and moving through a period of realignment. Things can feel turbulent during these times of transition. Trust that a better future awaits you on the other side of this change. Maybe you're going through a rite of passage or an intense spiritual transformation. These experiences are profoundly personal, and you may feel alone right now. Even when it is difficult to accept assistance from others, remain open to receiving help from the most unexpected of places. Allow the gentle support of the universe to move you through this ocean of evolution, and lean towards silver linings on the horizon. More sunshine? Yes, please. Sometimes we find ourselves adrift because we think we're ready to move on, but our heart is still anchored to the past. What old chapter needs to be closed? Chase guidance in the form of renewed hope and get ready to explore fresh beginnings on the opposite side of shore. I accept help as I easily cross this transition. So you did something unexpected. And what I'm getting here with Break the Soul contract is you've already cut your cord. This is why your back is against this Two of Wands. This is why the Six of Wands is the next card. You are choosing success, you're choosing victory, you're choosing yourself. And you deserve softness even from yourself. If this person was not a safe place, if this is not a person that you can trust or rely upon, you are becoming that for yourself. Okay, you've already become that because Queen of Swords is a position. This is a level, this is a status. You have to go through the entire journey of the swords to finally get here. So you've already done the work, is what I'm getting here. You've already integrated the knowledge and it's become wisdom. Yeah, WTF, you did something unexpected. You didn't just walk out of there, you sped out of there. The Chariot and the Upright. This is one of the fastest moving cards. This person feels like you may be avoidant or you may be a runner, but that's not what you're actually doing. You're not escaping the situation. You're not avoiding this person. You're just moving towards your success. You're just moving forward. There's goals and achievements that you already have in mind. Okay, the Chariot is card number 7. While they're confused, trying to figure out what went wrong, how you caught on to the deception, how you caught on to the manipulation, you already left. You're already gone. What are your messages for Pisces Holy Spirit in regards to the situation? Cut off game too strong. Yeah, Queen of Swords. This is why you have the sword in hand. You don't have that sword there for decoration, you have it there for a reason. I'm getting it's not hard for you to cut people off because you don't do this with anger. You don't do this with resentment or hate. You do it in a neutral way so that there is no emotional charge, no energy attached to the situation. Because when you love someone or when you hate them, there's still energy being sent their way. But when you nothing them, when they no longer exist in your reality and there's no animosity, there's no hate, there's no anger, they disappear. It's almost like they never existed in your life. So yeah, your cutoff game is too strong and it's not emotional. It's not like you're angry at this person. You may have been disappointed, but you're not angry, you're not upset. You've done this before. Yeah, you already know what to do. They can't compete with your cutoff game. Any red flag you see, you're going to take that as a sign. You're going to collect that information because the Queen of Swords is someone who leads with facts. She looks at patterns, not just feelings, hopes, emotions, potential. She's looking at patterns. So, yes, your cutoff game is too strong because you already recognize the pattern. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What are your messages for Pisces? And what does Pisces need to know? Access revoked. Yeah, this person once upon a time had access to your energy, had access to you. Maybe you were a friend to this person. Maybe you helped this person in some way. Maybe this was a past relationship. I don't know who this is to you, but you've revoked access. One more message, Holy Spirit. We actually got 3 cards, and I'm being guided to take them. So, your next message is use your head to live with your heart. This is why you have an ego. This is why you have a mind. The spiritual community talks a lot about the ego, but you don't get rid of your ego until you transcend, until you pass over. Because the ego represents identity, it represents the mind. And we were provided an ego because we also need the ego, not just the heart. You are using your head to live with your heart. Is not just follow your heart and don't think about all these other things that play into the equation. It's like take everything into consideration and yes, use your heart but also your head. Okay, I said what I said, you're standing on business. And I meant what I said. Okay, so we got 2 cards that are talking about the same thing here. So when you're done, you're done. It's not like you're playing a game to get this person to chase or to get this person to feel some type of way. It's like when you cut the cord, it's a permanent thing. This is not you playing into the game because then you're feeding that energy. When it's final, it's final. It's like you can't really control that. It's almost like when you get the ick. When you see something, it's like you can't really unsee that. You can't really go back. When you see some kind of deceptive behavior or you see a red flag, when you see this behavior, it's like you get the ick. And it's not necessarily like you hate the person, you're disappointed, you go into a place of neutrality and you cut this person off. They no longer exist in your reality. So yeah, you are standing on business. I said what I said, I meant what I said, and you are using your head to live with your heart. To whereas if in the past someone told you to live with your heart or to follow your heart, you're realizing that that's not good advice. Okay, you have a head for a reason, you have an ego for a reason, and yes, you also have a heart. But your heart is not necessarily your emotions and your feelings because feelings and emotions are like water. Okay, they're like waves, they come and they go. There's highs and lows. It's not stable enough to ground something or to build something. So you realize that, okay, I'm getting air energy. You either have strong Aquarius placements or you have strong air placements in your chart. I'm getting a lot of mental energy coming in with the Queen of Swords. Holy Spirit, clarify you deserve softness even from yourself. Oh, what does Pisces need to know about you deserve softness? Okay, the moon. Tell me more. What does Pisces need to know about you deserve softness? 5 of Pentacles. The Magician. We have 2 major arcanas, the moon and the magician. And the strength, the 3 major arcanas to clarify that message. So strength is Leo energy, the magician is Gemini, and the moon is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. With the moon energy in the 5 of Pentacles, it talks about uncertainty. It talks about the unknown and navigating unpredictability. As you're navigating uncertainty or the unknown or unpredictability, because the situation is already hard, Spirit is saying you have to be stronger and give yourself more softness, have more grace and more compassion towards yourself as you're going through this process, okay, the magician, because you are in master manifesting mode. There's a lot of things happening for you very quickly, and that's because you know how to manifest. You know how to allow the universe to step in. You know how to manifest miracles. And it's when you let go, it's when you step into the unknown. That's when miracles happen. It happens in uncertainty, it happens in unpredictability. Magician energy, you already know how to work these energies. You already know what it is that you're doing. But with the strength here, is saying to be stronger for yourself, not necessarily for others, but for yourself. There's a lot of things coming to light at this time, things that were buried underneath. This can also talk about the subconscious. Maybe memories are surfacing, past events, past traumas, a lot of things are coming to the surface. I'm hearing the word secrets. Some of you are finding out information about things that took place in the past where people didn't want you to see the truth or they were trying to hide something. It's like you always end up finding out, it always comes to the light. Spirit, some way, somehow, provides you this information through dreams, through synchronicities, or you may just have an inner knowing. You randomly just know things. You don't know how it comes to you, but it does. You may have one of the clairs where you just Is it clairsentience or clairaudience or clairknowing, something like that? But you randomly just get information, you just know things. It's like you may not even want to know certain things, but the information comes to you. Knowledge is a responsibility and it can also feel like a burden. So, with the strength coming up as Leo energy, you're meant to provide more warmth towards yourself, more grace, more compassion. Go easy on yourself, is what I'm getting here. Because with the magician, you're going to need this energy to manifest. You're going to need this energy to sustain these creations. Yes, you can manifest them, but can you maintain them? Can you sustain them? And can you stay in this energy of the magician? Because it's card number one. Okay, ones are about new beginnings, creation. Okay, and we also have number 8. That is the infinity sign. So, 5 of Pentacles, the moon. Why is this 5 of Pentacles here, Holy Spirit? Please clarify. What does Pisces need to know about this 5 of Pentacles? The Fool in the reverse. Why is the Fool in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Why is the Fool in the reverse? The Lovers. Okay, so there's a choice here about taking a leap of faith or taking some kind of a chance or taking some kind of a risk. With the 5 of Pentacles, there is a fear of loss. Whatever this fear can be associated to, the Lovers is all about making a choice, making a decision. But with the Fool in the reverse, there's hesitation because the Fool in the upright is someone who's ready to take a leap of faith. A 45 on the clock. In the reverse, there's hesitation about the decision or the choice. Okay, the Moon, because you are navigating the unknown. Some of you have graduated into a level where you haven't been here before. Hey, this is new territory. These are new waters. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this fear is more so connected to the past than it is to the future. What is this decision, Holy Spirit? Clarify the Lovers. What does Pisces need to know about the Lovers? What is this decision to Pisces? 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm getting the energy here of alignment. Okay, this is in relation to other people because we have 2 people here and now we have 3 people here. So there's hesitation when it comes to taking a chance on someone or taking a leap of faith on someone. It's like you want some kind of collateral, you want some kind of leverage or guarantees because now we're talking pentacles. Whether this is contracts, resources, money, an agreement, pentacles are physical. So there's some kind of hesitation about taking a leap of faith with someone or working with others. Okay, 3 of Pentacles, the Lovers. It's like you're not doubting yourself. You're doubting other people's motivations or other people's intentions. Whether everybody's going to be on the same page, whether everybody's going to be in alignment, or whether they're going to bring chaos into your life. This hesitation is valid, is what I'm getting here, because you can't control someone else. Yes, you can control yourself and you can be strong within yourself, but connecting to other people, they have free will. They have their own universe within them, and that brings in variables that you can't control. So the Fool in the reverse, this is valid energy. This is not necessarily fear. This is not necessarily something else holding you back. It's the fact that you can't control other people and you don't necessarily know how it's going to play out. Clarify this 3 of Pentacles, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to know? Okay, I had the Emperor. The Emperor literally just fell out. There is a message here that you need to be in control, okay, over your own life. And if in the past you have been in contracts with other people where they don't meet their side of the requirements, where they're not doing their end of it, it kind of pulls you into it. Even if you can take them to court, even if you can sue, even if you have the evidence, it's still more chaos and more trouble for you to have to go through that. So the message coming in from Spirit with the Queen of Swords and the Emperor falling out and the strength is that you need to be in control. You can't allow other people to lead your life or to want to impose themselves or their will or influence you or manipulate you into what they're trying to do. So your hesitation is valid because you don't know if they're aligned with your values or if they're going to switch up or if they're on the same page. Because the 3 of Pentacles is not in the upright, it's in the reverse. So it's navigating the unknown. There's some kind of fear of loss here, whether it's a loss of your power or a loss of your control over a situation. Let's say that you have a business or you have a project and you need other people to collaborate with because there's multiple moving parts. Now, you signing a contract and associating with others, yes, there's a contract in place, but in order to enforce that, if someone doesn't do their end of it, okay, this is just an example, you still have to go to court, you still have to get lawyers, you still have to. So I'm getting an energy here of not wanting to lose control. Okay, and it's a valid thing. There are situations in life where, yes, surrender is recommended when it comes to spiritual matters, but when it comes to the physical stuff, Queen of Swords and the Emperor, you do need to be in control. Yeah, tell me more, Holy Spirit. Why is this Three of Pentacles in the reverse for Pisces? Why is this Three of Pentacles? That's too many cards. Why is this Three of Pentacles in the reverse for Pisces? Ace of Wands. There's a passionate new beginning here, and this card has been showing up for a lot of your readings. You've been getting a lot of aces. Yes, there's a new beginning here. It's almost like you're trying to take all the lessons with you. You're not wanting to bring the baggage with you, but you do want to bring the lessons with you so that they don't repeat, so that you don't end up in the same situation or the same karmic cycle. So there's a need here to take a leap of faith, but it's not necessarily on others, because you can only count on yourself. You can only truly rely on yourself and how you show up. But when it comes to other people, they may have other agendas, they may have ulterior motives, they have free will. So, like, a lot of moving parts or a lot of new variables that come into the equation. So, the Strength, the Magician, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, there's an element here of control and power where you are meant to be in control. There's some things here where you can't outsource it to other people, because in the past you were not on the same page and this created more chaos. Tell me more. Clarify this Three of Pentacles for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about this Three of Pentacles in the reverse? Please clarify. What does Pisces need to know about this Three of Pentacles? Okay, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. So the Queen of Swords is in the upright, but the King of Swords is in the reverse. There are people that know more, have more experience, and I'm hearing the word colmillo. So I don't know how to translate that to English, but there's some people that are more, the right word is not necessarily sleazy, but there's people with more experience that know exactly what words to say, how to reframe a situation to align it in their favor. I don't know how to explain this, but this is shadow energy. So this is someone who can use their knowledge against other people, someone who can use their experience against others. So let's say that you're learning a new industry, you're stepping into a new project. Yes, you have wisdom. Yes, you have knowledge. But when you're stepping into something new, you're going to require support from other people, because there's things that you don't even know that you don't even know because you haven't been there. You haven't learned that. You are right to hesitate. You are right to pause, because this is someone who can use their knowledge and their experience to take advantage of others, or to create more leverage, or to position a contract where it favors them and it doesn't necessarily favor you. So King of Swords energy in the reverse, this is shadow. So be careful, Pisces, because there's some people here that, yes, they know more, they've been here longer. If this card was in the upright, I would say this is trustworthy, because the King of Swords in the upright represents fairness, justice, truth, communication. But in the reverse is someone who uses their knowledge to take advantage of others. So you are right to hesitate, and you're right to not want to partner or bring other people into the equation when there isn't alignment. Is in the reverse. You're not on the same page. What does Pisces need to know about this King of Swords in the reverse? Holy Spirit, what does Pisces need to know about this King of Swords in the reverse? What does Pisces need to know? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so yeah, the reversals here is the reason why you're hesitating. It's not that you're hesitating because you don't want to take a leap of faith. No, you're being intelligent. You're being wise. You are feeling the energies correctly. So trust your intuition. It's not your mind being paranoid or making things up. No, you have a reason to hesitate. You have a reason to be cautious. And there's a lot of people here that don't have the best intentions. Okay, I'm hearing it's just business. Okay, I literally just heard that. It's almost like someone trying to justify some deceptive behavior by saying, oh, it's just business. Okay, so yeah, King of Swords, Knight of Swords in the reverse. I'm getting air energy here. This could be a Libra, this could be a Gemini, this could be Aquarius. It doesn't have to be that sign, but this is someone who's very good with their words. Okay, this may even be a politician for some of you. a lawyer, an attorney, they know exactly how to word things and how to maneuver around certain words. It's almost like they can change the definition to a word to make it mean something that it's not, so that they can reframe the situation to their advantage. Okay, so be careful. Queen of Swords energy, yes, you're in your power, but you're also realizing that there's people that are using their power in a negative way, okay, to take advantage of others or to create more leverage that benefits them and doesn't necessarily benefit you. I'm gonna have to pull advice here because Spirit is showing me the energies of why you're hesitating, why you're pausing, and you have a reason to, but you also have the Ace of Wands. This is a brand new beginning that you're meant to move forward on, and you already are with the Chariot. But there is some kind of, I don't know what this is. It's like you can feel the energies there. It's almost like when you know something's about to happen before it happens, and then it happens, and you're like, damn, I knew that. It's that kind of energy. It's like you have the foresight and you're right to hesitate because there is some deceptive energy here. It's not necessarily saying that they have bad intentions or that they're out to get you, but yes, these are deceptive people when it comes to business. Okay, I keep hearing, oh, it's just business. It's someone that will sweep it underneath the carpet, just like that. King of Swords in the reverse. You gotta be careful, okay? This may be an air sign for some of you. Doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm gonna pull a few more messages. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know in regards to the situation? What does Pisces need to know in regards to the situation? A new beginning is unfolding. Walk towards it. Okay, so Ace of Wands. You are walking towards it, but you're also being cautious. You're also using your wisdom. Let's say that you go into business with a person and you have a contract in place, and they find a way, whether it's a loophole, they find a way to extend the contract, or they find a way to be deceptive and get away with certain things. And now you know, I'm going to change up the contract. Now I'm going to add this to it, or I'm going to add this, or I'm going to apply these fines or these fees to the contract to create more leverage. It's almost like you're learning as you're going, but you're also trying to limit the loss. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Wands, a new beginning is unfolding. Walk towards it. This card keeps showing up for you, but your knowledge, your wisdom is transferable to this new phase. Even if you haven't been here before, it's like what you've learned in the past, you can apply this to the situation. But there's something here about sensing deception and someone trying to sweep it underneath the carpet. So yes, you can have a contract in place. Yes, you can find ways to enforce it, but people can also find loopholes. People can also create more chaos or make it harder or prolong something. It's like you don't want that kind of chaos of Three of Pentacles in the reverse, of not being in alignment or having some kind of an ego clash. Someone taking something personal. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What are your messages for Pisces, and what do you want Pisces to know in regards to the situation? What does Pisces need to know in regards to the situation, Holy Spirit? All seven archangels protect you. So heaven is on your side. The divine is on your side. And this is why you have foresight. It's like you can see something's about to happen before it happens. You've been blessed with some kind of foresight. You can see something before it happens. It's almost like being awake in a dream. That's what I'm getting here. You're aware and you're conscious as it's happening, but can you make the changes and the shifts fast enough? Some people here that have more experience, that have more knowledge, and you're aware of this. Okay, you're aware of people's deceptive nature, but if you learn how to navigate this, you're gonna avoid all the snakes. Okay, you're gonna find a way to step over them. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to know in regards to the situation? I will go ahead and pull advice in the extended, but I do want to go ahead and pull a few more messages to make sense of this energy. This is not going to resonate for all of you, but I'm getting you're doing something and you are in your power now. You have knowledge and you also have that consciousness, that awareness as you're going through something. You know, when an event happens, and then you're able to process it afterwards, and then you understand why it happened. This time around, it's like, no, you're awake as it's happening. You're conscious, you're aware. It's like being awake in a dream. When you are awake in a nightmare, what are you going to do? Are you going to exit that nightmare? Are you going to just wake up? Are you going to pray in the nightmare? Are you going to, it's like you have the awareness and the consciousness, not just being in a dream and feeling all the feelings of being chased, but not being able to run. Does that make sense? I'm trying to relate that message. Okay. You are being protected from something you prayed for. Okay. You got a lot of protection messages. This is insane, Pisces. Just know that yes, what you're picking up is true. What you're picking up is accurate. You're not paranoid. You're not making things up. King of Swords, Knight of Swords in the reverse. There are people here out to get other people. And I keep hearing it's just business. This is how they do business. This is who they are. It's like they're operating from an alter ego or from a shadow. It's like they know that you know, and you know that they know, but you're still being formal. It's almost like shaking someone's hand, but they're holding a knife behind their back. Okay, there's an intelligent way to go about this to where you can override or step over these energies, is what I'm getting here. You don't have to go through them, you can step over them, but you're going to need more knowledge, you're going to need more information. Yeah, move cautiously around these kinds of people or around these kinds of energies. You are being protected from something you prayed for. This person doesn't like your power. They don't like how much you can see, and they don't like the fact that you can see them. Holy Spirit, what does Pisces need to know about this King of Swords in the reverse? I'm getting Libra energy. It doesn't have to be a Libra, but it is shadow energy. So it's in the reverse. This person leads with their shadow. King of Pentacles in the reverse. A distorted masculine or a shadow masculine. This person is not someone that's going to change. So I don't know if this is someone that you're contracted with, or if there's some kind of a project, or if this is a family member or someone that's close to you. I don't know what this is, but Spirit is saying you can step over this energy. You can override this energy if you just play your cards right. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear this, but this person is not going to change. Okay, it's almost like someone that has lived their life a certain way. This is how they know how to get things done. Okay, it's deceptive, it's shady. They use their shadow to get things done. But the Hangman in the reverse, this talks about stuck and stagnant. This is not someone that you can change their mind or you can open their eyes to a new perspective. Okay, this is why you got protection energy from this person. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, is what I just heard. Limit the contact that you have with this person and document everything. Whether it's an email, whether it's a message, whether it's a letter, okay? Document all communication with this person and limit the access with them. Limit the time that you spend alone with them. Okay, I don't know what this is. It's going to be different things for different people, but there's a way that you can navigate this to where it works in your favor. But this new phase is requiring you to walk towards it. What does Pisces need to know about this King of Swords energy? What does Pisces need to know about this King of Swords in the reverse? Notice the patterns. You already do. Queen of Swords, you already clocked it. You've already noticed some red flags within this person, okay? Using their information and their knowledge to take advantage of others. Okay, you don't play like that. That's not the way that you move. And it's almost like this person knows that you see them. They know that you know, but you're being formal. So King of Swords energy in the reverse, manipulation and conceit, showing off their intelligence, can indicate rigidness in thinking, tendencies to over control, irrationality, being cold and calculating. In the reverse, in shadow, this card can suggest using knowledge to take advantage of others. But there's some kind of formality here where you're meant to keep things professional. Surface level, okay, is what I'm getting here. Limit contact and communication with this person and document everything. Holy Spirit, give me a few more messages for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know in regards to this situation? Power play? What does Pisces need to know in regards to the situation, Holy Spirit? Quality over quantity. I'm going to get one more message. What does Pisces need to know in regards to the situation, Holy Spirit? Ego death. Because you can see them, because you know what they're up to, they're having some kind of an ego death. You see what other people can't see. And even though this person is being formal or you're being proper or you have common courtesy, okay, I don't know if this is a formal setting, if this is business, the workplace, a community, a relationship dynamic, I don't know what this is, but it is a power play to this person. They always come out on top because they cheat, because they lie, because they manipulate, but you are conscious, you're awake. You're not asleep. You're not having to process something before you understand what just happened. It's like you can see things as they're unfolding. So, quality over quantity. You know that this person is not meant to be in your life. This is not the kind of person that you bring into your inner circle. Okay, keep things surface level, professional, limit contact with this person, document everything. But yes, the fact that you can see them, the fact that you know what they're up to, they are going through an ego death. They feel exposed around you, and that's enough to crush this ego because they're operating out of their shadow. Whereas other people may think that this is who this person is. It's like, no, you can see the person behind that shadow. You can see the person behind the ego, and everything is a power play to this person. I keep hearing it's just business, okay? It's almost like someone doing something very deceitful or shady and excusing it with the fact that it's just business. Queen of Swords, a thought leader, unbiased decision making. Again, you are coming at it from a place of neutrality. An excellent communicator, wise and logical counsel, integrity and honesty, being perceptive, intelligence, being direct, seeking truth. Highly astute, intellectual, and honest, she watches calmly over her kingdom. Graceful and logical, her wisdom is framed in truth and proof, and she avoids the gossip or fluff that others may want to hear. She asks you to be honest in your relationships, direct in your speech, and witty if you want to be, but above all, to bring your clear headedness, unbiased reasoning to the table. Sometimes this communication style can come across as cold or cutting. So if you're having trouble communicating something that is difficult for another person to hear, know that you can always dip your toe into the cup of empathy and compassion to help you with your delivery. Sharp analysis and careful consideration are always intelligent moves, as is being able to clearly connect with others in a way that is easily accepted and understood. Your affirmation is, I speak with wisdom and clarity. These are two different people. Okay, the first message that I got was one specific person, okay, that you walked away from. This other person, I don't know if this is someone in the community, in the family, in the workplace, in a business setting. I don't know who this is, but I'm getting here that if you play your cards correctly, you're going to have leverage over the situation. You're going to be on top. You're going to be able to step over this person or override them in some way. Because again, this person is not trustworthy. Okay, King of Pentacles in the reverse. This was in the reverse. Knight of Swords was also in the reverse, and now the King of Swords in the reverse. This is all shadow energy. This is someone who deception is their breakfast. Okay, the way that they change the definition and the meaning of things, the way that they reword contracts is almost like this kind of deception. People would not notice this kind of deception because it's very sleazy. Other people may fall for it, but you don't. Queen of Swords, you have 20/20 vision. Holy Spirit, tell me more. What are your messages for Pisces in regards to this reading? What does Pisces need to know? Your spirit guides are impressed. We got two protection messages. All 7 archangels protect you. And you are being protected from something you prayed for. Okay, your spirit guides are impressed. This is insane, Pisces. The level of advancement that you have is shocking everybody. Because even this person, they're shown as a King of Swords. But you are in the light and they're in the shadow. So in a way, you have a higher position than this person because they're in their shadow. It's not in the upright, it's in the reverse. They're pretending to be the King of Swords, but it's actually just hollow. It's just a shadow. It's like you caught this person playing dress up. They're pretending to be this person, they're pretending to be this character, but you open the door to the dressing room and you've seen them halfway. Okay, like they're not that person. Okay, they're not who they say they are, and you know that they're shady, you know that they're deceptive, and there's something about this person's words. They manipulate through information, through lies, through words. Okay, so if people don't understand legalities or if people don't understand contracts or how to read them, this is where this person thrives because they thrive on other people's ignorance or their lack of information. This is how they run game. This is how they take advantage of others. But you are very wise. You know how to take things apart. You know how to restructure them in a way that serves you and to create more leverage. You already understand that. You're the kind of person, Pisces, that will say, let's review this, let's change this about a contract, and they don't like that. This is the kind of person that expects you to just sign it and just go along with it. Maybe they'll explain it the way that they want to explain it, the way that they want you to see the information, or how they want you to understand it. But if they change the definition to the words, how are you supposed to know the truth? Okay, that's the kind of sleazy energy that this King of Swords in the reverse is. And the fact that you're able to clock it, the fact that you're able to see it, Pisces, without even trying, your spirit guides are impressed. They don't have to do the most right now because they know that you already see it. You're awake. You're not just walking into something. You're not just trusting. You're not just hoping that things are going to work out. You're taking your time. You're being cautious and you have a reason to be. Yeah, your spirit guides are impressed, Pisces. You're acing it. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Give me a few more messages for this Queen of Swords. What do you want Pisces to know about this Queen of Swords energy? Whether you're masculine or feminine, this is a status, this is a level, this is a position. It doesn't have to do necessarily with feminine or masculine energy. This is just you going through the swords journey and finally arriving to the Queen of Swords. So in a way, you have a higher position than the King of Swords because they're in their shadow. You're in the light. Give me a few more messages for the Queen of Swords. What do you want Pisces to know about this Queen of Swords? Once a snake, always a snake. Full body chills right now. And it goes back to the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords in the reverse. I heard, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Okay? Once a snake, always a snake. If this person has lived their entire life in deception by taking advantage of others, it's not like they're about to change their ways. This person has already developed into this character. This is who they are now. Okay? Fragile ego. Pisces, what did I say? They're having an ego death because you can see them. It's not like they're about to change. It's not like they're about to have this come to Jesus moment. Yes, they're going through an ego death, but it's going to take them a while to change. They're already a snake. Okay? Play your cards right is what I just heard. Fragile ego. Yes, this is why they do what they do. They want to be in control, but they don't do it the right way. They do it by taking other people's power. You're in control not by taking other people's power, but by standing in your own. You don't have to take it if you have your own. This person gets power by putting other people down and creating leverage for themselves to stay on top. This is why it's fake. This is why it falls apart when things shake up, because it's not built on integrity. The deck, it says backstabber. This is why, Pisces, you can't let your guard down around this person. Create more distance, create more space, and document conversations. If you need a contract that protects you, if you need to create more leverage, do that. Okay, Queen of Swords, be wise about it. And don't be afraid about it, be wise about it. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Your messages for Pisces in regards to the situation. Exposed. Okay, this is why they're having an ego death. Because they know that you know, and they know that you can see them. Okay, drama. This may be a person that likes to create drama. I'm hearing the word instigator. They like to instigate things. They like to plant seeds of doubt into people's mind. Okay, they love your vibe and overindulging. For some of you, this person may have a secret obsession with you or some kind of, I don't know what this is. They like your energy because you are who they pretend to be. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, but they're in the shadow. So you are representing who they would be if they were in their light side. It's like you caught them playing dress up, okay? You walked in on them putting on this costume, this persona, this alter ego when you can actually see them. They're not going to get anything past you. You are a human lie detector, Queen of Swords. You pick up on energies. They can't use your emotions against you. They can't manipulate you. Okay, they're overindulging in your energy. Okay, this is kind of, I don't know if this is connected directly to this person or to the first person that I was channeling in the beginning. Clarify overindulging, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to know about overindulging? The Hermit in the reverse, the Five of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. They're overindulging in a memory of you. Okay, this may be connected to the first person. Apply this to your situation. This may be this King of Swords in the reverse or the Seven of Cups. The Hermit in the reverse. You've pulled your energy away. Five of Cups, they're left with sadness and regret. Six of Cups, they're left with memories and they're overindulging on the memory. So this is a person that is rereading old messages, looking at old pictures. Maybe they have items that belong to you. Okay, they love your vibe. When they think of you, it brings comfort. It brings a sense of home or a sense of familiarity. So this message may be more so connected to the first person because the Two of Wands talks about a feeling of home, a feeling of belonging, a comfort zone, a feeling of familiarity. And the Seven of Cups is a lot of emotions about it, confusing emotions. Someone is overindulging on the thought of you or the memories that you've had. Six of Cups in the reverse. This person wanted you to look up to them, is what I'm getting here. But the fact that you can see them for who they really are, they feel exposed. They feel like they can't show up as the king or the hero or the person that does the right thing because you can see them. And this person may also think that you can read their mind or that you know what they're about to say. They feel like their thoughts are not safe from you. When this person is around you, it's like they try and think other things because they feel like you're reading their mind. And that may not necessarily be what you're doing, you just notice patterns. Okay, drama. Yeah. Pisces, keep a distance. Okay, I don't know who this is to you because I'm getting two separate people here. Keep a distance and play your cards right in the situation. Holy Spirit, what does Pisces need to know in regards to this reading? What does Pisces need to know in regards to this reading? I'm going to move this over to the extended, okay? We have the Seven of Swords and we also have the Ten of Wands. Spirit keeps bringing me back to the fact that yes, the reason why you're hesitating is because there is deception. There is some shady people, and the intentions, the motives are not aligned. They're not on the same page. This is why the Three of Pentacles was in the reverse. 333 on the clock. I'm going to head over to Patreon for the extended. For the ones of you that do resonate, all the links are down below for the extended. It gives you access to all the extended readings and readings that are not available on YouTube. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, the information is down below. Seven of Swords to the Ten of Wands. There's something here that this person doesn't want you to see or they don't want you to know. They're doing something behind the scenes. This is why their face is covered. And it's like this bird is trying to relay a message. This bird is trying to get your attention about this person. Okay, Ten of Wands. It's like this person is coming up behind the Ten of Wands. You see how this person is on a journey? They're moving forward. They don't realize that this person is right behind them. Maybe you do know, is what I'm getting here. Maybe you do sense this energy. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Okay, I'm going to get one more card before I move over to the extended. Clarify this Ten of Wands for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about this Ten of Wands? What does Pisces need to know about this Ten of Wands? Justice in the reverse, a Libra energy. Something's about to come to the light here. And we have card number 11. We also had 1111 here. You have two confirmations.